work really well when your opponent has a long stance. Okay, so if he's used to wrestling and he comes out and he's in more like a wrestling style stance like this with a long base, that's where sweeps work really good. Okay, they also can work good if you're in a position where you can't get past that stiff arm. Okay, because I don't need to get hip to hip to do a sweep. Okay, I can still sweep his foot from out here without actually having to get sort of, in here as if I'm doing something where I need to get hip to hip. Okay, or throws, things like that, where I can't get in close enough. So they work quite well for that. The problem with foot sweeps is they're usually highly dependent on timing. Okay, because the idea is, can you just lift your foot for 1 second? The idea with foot sweeps is as he's putting his foot down, we take it just before it hits the floor. Okay, so it's very hard to get the timing right, because if Blake's putting his foot down, just lift it up for me, as he puts his foot down, if I'm too slow, I'm not going to shift his weight because it's all on that leg. Okay, half of his weight is through that leg. Whereas if his leg's in the air, as it's just about to hit, boom, it's super easy. So foot sweeps, when you get them right, are super easy. But when you get them wrong, they don't work at all. It's not like if you do like a rear naked choke, where if I get it wrong, I can still submit him because I can just crush his jaw. Like with a foot sweep, usually, if I don't get it, I don't get it at all. There's no half and half, yeah? So the problem is the timing. So let's just work now on a couple of variations that we can use. We'll do one where we go sideways, and we'll do one where we go back and forth. So to start off, we'll do the back and forth one. We're just going to get in the habit of stepping like this with our partner. Okay? Now, when you do this, if you want to put the upper body rotation in as well, you can, because that's a little bit more realistic. Like if we're moving around, I'm trying to just put that foot back a second. Like imagine I'm stepping like this. If I'm trying to get Blake to step forward, I'm going to have to rotate as well. So you can, if you'd like, you can do a little bit of that. But just to keep it nice and simple to start with, just go like this. Okay, just stepping back and forth. Now, with this particular sweep, Deashi Hari, we're trying to get his foot as it's just about to step while coming forward, not while going backwards. Okay? So to do that, I need to change this step of mine from going back to attacking. Okay? So it goes, what you do, you want to get in the rhythm of knowing basically when his foot's coming forward, and then instead of stepping back, my foot almost stays and then goes. Okay, everyone got that? Now obviously, in a competition, I'm not going to be like, I'm not going to do that, yeah? This is like straight away, we're moving around, we're fighting, as he steps bang, I go. Okay, but to get used to that, this railroad track system, step forward, step back, nice and straight. This here is the way that we get our timing. Now as his foot comes, as I said, I want to strike it with the sole of my foot here, just before it hits the ground. And what I'm doing is I'm just kicking it just out the way, and at the same time driving down on the elbow and across with the collar. The job is to take his center of gravity away from where his base of support is, and he falls. Okay, so here, 1, 2, so on the third, for instance, as he goes to step, and then I land holding the arm up and the collar, straight into my knee on belly. Okay? So I'm here, got my stance. Remember with your judo grips, it's usually a pistol sort of a grip. So as if you're going this, yep, bottom 2, maybe 3 fingers are doing all the work, so you've got some flexibility and you're nice and strong. Here, other hand on the sleeve, driving, stepping in. When I feel comfortable, I sweep the foot out and I land shin on the ribs, holding the far collar and the sleeve. And then we can consolidate after that. So once more, got my stance. When I'm ready to go, I'm just going to attack that foot. Oh, mix it up then. You didn't know what's coming now. What? Good posture. Everyone got that? Now our footwork is going to be going side to side. Okay, so I mentioned just before to a couple of the guys, ideally with this throw, let's just imagine that most people are right-handed, which they are. Most people do a right-hand collar grip. So we're usually attacking the leg on that side because that's the leg that's closest to us. They don't usually come out and grab like this because their base is so compromised you can just chuck them to the floor basically. Okay, so generally speaking, I'm going to be attacking this side here. Okay. And that helps because now the collar hand of mine can help to sort of push his head over to the side and I can pull down on that arm. Exactly like in our little warm-up how we do that. Okay, it's the exact sort of same motion. So with this variation now, we're doing it in a sideways pattern in that little dance move that we just did before. So because of that, we could do it either way, but again, I'm just going to try and focus on attacking that near side leg. So I'm going to step forward, forward. Now as I go, as he goes to step, I chase and I sweep it out before it hits the floor. Okay, so the idea now is we'll do a little bit faster. As we move, boom. I'm kicking it just before it touches the ground. Okay, again, his leg is light this far off the ground. It's not light, and it's here. Okay, so we've got our stance, his right hand's on my collar, so his right leg will generally be slightly in front. I'm going to pull him to his left, take him to my right. As he's just about to step with his second foot, bang, I kick it through. I'm again using the sole of my foot. Now, I don't need to exaggerate as much as I just did then for teaching purposes, where you chase it all the way over here. The idea is, as he steps, we just kick basically in line with our own support leg. Okay, we don't have to go all the way over here. Okay, we're not soccer kicking a ball halfway across the room. So here, so we go. 1, 2, 3, and then use our arms to pull him over. Here, 1, 2, as he goes, bang. And then I land here, good posture, fix up my knee ride.